Hey everybody, it's day 3 of the Clarity Challenge, and today is about getting to the root of the problem. So I wanted to start by saying I know that your job is not your whole life. I'm a career coach and I talk about careers and jobs and purpose a lot, but I know our job is just one part of our whole overall well-being and our overall lives. And yet, when you hate your job, when your job does not make you happy, it affects everything else in your world. Actually, Gallup did a research study and they wrote a book called Well-Being, where they studied and they polled millions of people in over 100 countries all over the world in all languages, all cultures, and they found there are 5 essential elements of well-being. The first one is career. Go figure. And then financial, physical, social, and community. And all of those things together create a person's overall well-being. But what I find really interesting is that although all 5 elements are really important, the career element, which they also call purpose, is the linchpin. It's the most important piece, because if that one is out of alignment, it's very hard for people to have overall well-being. If any of the others are out of alignment, of course that person isn't necessarily thriving, but the purpose and career one seem to be the most impactful of those 5 categories. And if you want to learn more about well-being, you can check out the book Well-Being by Gallup. I highly recommend it. So getting into career alignment or finding work that you love is going to significantly improve your overall well-being. But if you're in this challenge, I'm guessing that you're not in a good place at work or you don't find your work fulfilling. And that is why it's important to get to the root of what the problem is. So maybe you hate your job, or you really struggle with your boss, or you fundamentally disagree with the work that your company does. It's in direct violation of your values. Maybe you feel like you're taken for granted or taken advantage of at work. Maybe you just find the work extremely boring. Whatever that pain point is, it's really important to name it so that you can get to the root of the problem and figure out what needs to change. So many people in this challenge and that I talk to in general feel unhappy at work. They know that it's not what they're meant to do, but they don't know what they want to do. And I think one of the answers can come from figuring out what you don't want to do. It's kind of like process of elimination. Figuring out what doesn't feel good, what isn't right about your current work situation can give you clues into what you should do or what you could do in the next season, in the next chapter of your career that might feel like it's a better fit for you, or it challenges you and encourages you and excites you to go to work. So there are 3 key factors to finding fulfillment in work, and it's actually out of one of my favorite books on career, So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. He researches and studies work, and I highly recommend that book as well. And those key factors are creativity, impact, and freedom. In the book he calls it control, but I prefer the word freedom. Creativity is about, in your work, being able to bring new ideas into fruition, not just doing the same thing over and over again, but getting opportunities to learn and grow and challenge yourself. And it also has to do with finding your work interesting to begin with. Impact is about feeling like you're making a difference through the work you do, feeling proud of the impact your company or job makes in the world. And freedom is about having the freedom to, 1, be yourself at work, live your personality, your strengths, and also having the freedom to live the lifestyle because of your work and salary that you want. Living the lifestyle that makes you feel good and that brings you joy, that your work allows that freedom, that you have the days off that you need, that you have the work style and that you work in the city and in the way that makes you happy, and that you make the money that you want to make. It's also about having freedom in the way that you do your work, so feeling that you get to be an expert in something. You get to be the go-to person, and then that creates freedom because you have that autonomy from having the expertise. So those 3 key factors again are creativity, impact, and freedom. And I really want you to identify which of those is out of alignment in your current work situation. Are you lacking new ideas or opportunities to learn and grow? Are you feeling like the job doesn't matter or doesn't make an impact in the world? Or are you feeling stifled by the work environment or the way that you are forced to do your work, or the lack of freedom or the lack of financial, the lack of money, just to be honest, that you're making? So once you get to the root of that problem, then you can figure out what to do about it. You can figure out what kinds of jobs or opportunities would then allow you to have that creativity, impact, and freedom. And if you can't pinpoint what those jobs are now, don't worry about it. Today is just about getting to the root of the problem. We can take that to the next step in the next couple days. So today, pinpoint the pain. What is the root of the problem? Is it creativity, impact, or freedom? And tomorrow, we're going to talk about the importance of matching your strengths to your work. Your strengths are both your natural talents as well as your developed skill set, and how to use that to look for a better job. Thanks, guys. I hope you're enjoying the Clarity Challenge. Today we got really practical. Let me know what you discovered, and I can't wait to see you in the Facebook group.